On this so-called Grinch-mobile. Fox 4, the only news station on this scene. Capturing this video as police recovered this getaway vehicle they believe was used to rip off families. And that's not all. In one case, the thieves were sneaking around sleeping children to steal the kids' gifts. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Patrick Nolan, along with 4 in Your Corner, Stephanie Tinoco. She's been talking to the victims and police, and there's at least one bright spot in this otherwise Grinch story. Steph?
That's right, Patrick. Our camera was actually rolling as a beautiful act of generosity happened. Someone stepping up to help these families whose gifts were stolen. But the victims are still very shaken that the crooks got so close to their kids, and one of them is still on the loose tonight. It's hard for Ashley LaFerrier to hold back tears knowing her 3 children were sleeping in the living room while 2 armed thieves were roaming inside her home.
It's terrifying, but at the same time, we're relieved. Just knowing the possibilities of what could have happened.
Her roommate George, who shares a home and has a child of his own, says the crooks were complete strangers and were relentless in their mission to break in.
We don't recognize them. We don't know why. They really seem determined to get into our house. They tried every window.
And once they got in, they helped themselves to everything, even snacks.
They got away with a couple things. They actually dug through our kitchen, ate some of our food.
He says they took off through the back, destroying his lanai of his home the families just moved into a week ago. The crooks also broke into a car up front, taking Christmas gifts meant for the children who never knew the crooks were just inches away from them last night.
They were just sleeping, you know, harmless. And these guys could have just done anything.
Police believe this was the getaway car, which ended up in this canal that eventually got surrounded by police.
The whole area was closed down.
A dive team searching for evidence as a tow truck pulled this black 4-door sedan out of the canal. Neighbors have a theory on how the crooks' car ended up in the water.
They must have ran so fast that they didn't know that there was no the end of the road.
Andy hopes it's the end of the road for the creepy crime that happened to his neighbors.
It's sad.
It's sad, but there's some hope in this story. As one of the robbery victims was telling about the crime that stole his kid's Christmas, a good Samaritan just off camera surprised him with a gift for the family.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Oh, bless you.
Do you know him?
Oh, no, complete stranger. Just handed me $100.
As you can imagine, he really appreciates that, especially because, as you heard, the families just moved into the home about a week ago. Police have one suspect in custody, but they're still looking for a second one. Both are believed to be responsible for other car and home break-ins in the area. If you know anything, you don't have to give your name, but please call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. Live in the newsroom, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. It is so nice to see people stepping up to help out the families.